Hey guys, Banana Palooza Studios, and just for the heck of it today, I thought I would share what my top 10 favorite Ninjago episodes are today. So let's get started down at number 10. So here down at number 10, we have episode 18, Child's Play. And this is one of those episodes where, really something big and important happens. This is the episode where Lloyd becomes older. So that's why this is on my list. Let's move on to number 9. So here at number 9, we have episode 47, and you're thinking maybe this is like a really weird and random episode to choose. I mean, it is the episode where they meet Ronan, which is pretty cool, but there's a lot of sort of chase scenes in it, and I really like how it's just really action-packed, and they're like, you just left us in the mouth of it, and like, it sort of brings back some memories of the game, because I really like the Shadow of Ronan game. So that's why this is number 9 on my list. Now let's move on to number 8. So at number 8, we have episode 42, The Day of the Dragon. And I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the Tournament of Elements. This is the only episode on the list from the Tournament of Elements. But something about this episode struck me. I think it's that, first of all, there's a lot of chasing in it, just like episode 47, like I was talking about. And it's kind of like the gang's back together after being split up and working in these freaking noodle mines. So that's why I really like this episode. And now let's move on to number 7. So here's number 7, and this is episode 26, Rise of the Spinjitzu Master. This is another episode where a really big important thing happens in the series. This was almost the last episode of Ninjago until they decided to bring it back. Thank you, Dan and Kevin Hickman, for that. And I just really like this episode because it's, the episode where Lloyd defeats the Overlord. Obviously, there are better episodes in this. That's why it's only at number 7. But I still thought it was a really great episode and like cool catchphrases and stuff. But the beginning was a bit boring, and I'm not a huge fan of the kimono outfits. It was still a cool episode. So now let's move on to number 6. Okay, number 6 is episode 22, The Last Voyage. And this episode is one of those really kind of emotional episodes, like no one deserves to be held captive, not even a monster. And that Zane finds out his father is alive, and then he dies later on in the freaking show. So that was a big bummer, but I'm like so happy when I find out. The music that they put in is so dramatic and it's just like almost relaxing in a way. So that's why I really like this episode. And now on to number 5. Here at episode 58, we have a Skybound episode. Episode 58, Misfortunes Rising. And this episode was so cool because Nauticon sort of got Jay on his own, and it's so cool, the wishes. And in the part with Kai where he takes him away and he has no idea what's going on, I love those kinds of episodes of TV shows and those kinds of movies. It's so cool and it's very suspenseful. So that's why I really love this episode. Now on to number 4. Number 4 is episode 13, Day of the Great Devourer. And once again, this is an episode where something really big happens in the series. They defeat the Great Devourer. And that's how everyone really remembers this episode. And it's really nice to seeing all 4 of the ninja, plus Samurai X, but Lloyd's still a kid, so not really him. And it's just so... It's a fun episode. I really just enjoy watching it. And it's one of those rare episodes where you see someone use their full potential, and that's Jay. Because you don't see very much of that nowadays in the more recent seasons. So that's why I like this episode. Now on to number 3. Here at number 3, we have episode 62, The Last Resort, and... what can I say about this episode? It's another Skybound episode. It's just so awesome, and all the chasing around, it's kind of funny in a way. And it was hilarious when Dogshank fell through that portal. She's like, hee, and she's falling in such a weird way, and it's so dramatic when there's anyone behind the door. Save me, Jay Walker. There's going to be a wedding. I want you to stop it. And Echo Zane's so cool, and he's getting me into a minifigure, and this was just such a cool episode and probably the best episode in Skybound. So now on to number 2. Number 2 is, we're so close to number 1. But this is episode 7, TikTok. And this is so great because this is the episode where Zane learns about his past and finds out he's a ninjoid. And it's just so cool, and it's kind of emotional when he sees back into his past. And then he unlocks his full potential. Definitely the best out of all of the episodes where someone unlocks his full potential. The only one on the list, actually. And, well, I just really love this episode, and that's all there is to say about it. So now on to number 1. I highly doubt that this surprises anyone. Episode 34, The Titanium Ninja, is the best Ninjago episode ever. And you want to know the truth? I cry when I watch this episode. It's just so emotional, and they come back and they were able to build a rocket off the asteroid and out of space, and then they come back and Zane sacrifices himself. That was the first time where a really great good guy had actually died, but obviously he comes back. And it's just so emotional with music like da 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 da. And you probably saw in Coley Moly Part 2 where I used that music, and I just love this episode, and it's so dramatic. And then at the very end, like, are we compatible now? It's just wow, I love it. And well, that's it really. Thanks so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.